Okay. I'll make one observation. Not taking sides here or anything, but does the depth come down to some minimum value?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, what does the depth end up as?
It's like,
It ends up at the depth that corresponds to the position of the tube, right? So the depth will always approach the position of the tube, right? So whatever happens to the graph, it has to approach, and actually it reaches the level of the tube. Although there's some surface tension and so forth, it has an influence on that whole thing. So, comes down to like this and reaches the level of the tube at some time, right? Now, second graph has to reach the same line, right?
Yes.
Okay? But it is flatter. For the reasons Sydney said, there's this time delay, which is exactly because you do have the same depth here, as you said, right? Same depth here, so the time is going to be a little bit later. So the graph is going to do this sort of thing, and it's going to hit this depth a little bit later than this one does, right? Maybe quite a bit later. So that's actually what happens. Now, what we want to do with this information is think about
No, it's not. Look at the graph is different.
the slope, a point where the slope of this graph, okay, just take any point, well, let's take any point on this graph since it is flatter, okay? And let's take a slope on this graph. Now, what's the slope of the graph tell us?
Flatter? That's right.
What's the slope of the graph related to? What can we determine from the slope of this graph?